Wish I could be. I cannot hit that note like she does. Part of your world.
Shame.
You're welcome. What is up, you guys? CeCe Clemons, aka Vibin Weirdo. Good morning or afternoon or evening, whenever time you watch this after I upload it. What's good? I have been waiting for this moment for so long. Highly anticipated the Little Mermaid review. And I know a lot of people are curious and interested and intrigued. There are some supporters and there are some haters out there. It sparked quite the controversy over the last few years since it was announced Halle Bailey will be playing the Little Mermaid. So the question is, how was the movie? Was it lit or not? Was it busting or not? Was it good? Was it cute? Or was it disgustingly good? You know? Or was it just disgustingly bad? You want to know. Or people, I don't know. You want to know. People want to know. I'm going to stop talking. So what I will say is, before I give like my rating and the details and everything, this happens every time I watch a Disney movie live action remake. This happens every freaking time. Lion King and Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast. I do not like musicals. I forget every time, and I just got, because it was like a classic and I did grow up on these films. And it's like, oh, okay, I forgot there's musical numbers. Yay. Woohoo! So, I had some moments like, oh, all right, cool. But let me tell you something. I knew it was like singing is involved, but I just didn't piece it. Oh, there's gonna be some musical numbers I hear from like people that I may not be vibing with, because that's not my vibe, that's not my thing. But with that, I was looking forward to hearing Holly's voice in this film, and she did incredible. She was absolutely amazing. I've been listening to her for years. Chloe Holly, before they split to do their own thing, they helped get me through their music, especially Holly's voice, but both of their voices together really has helped me get through some really tough times in life. And her voice specifically is just amazing and was perfect for this role. She does have a voice of a siren. Even a person that is maybe against it can't listen and hear like her rendition of it and think like, yeah, she's not right for this. There's no way you can hear her voice and think otherwise. Just absolutely amazing. With that, like every musical number she did, awesome. I had no problem hearing those. I was like, okay, get it, Holly, because I'm a fan of hers. Other characters, it was kind of like, oh, okay. But it is what it is. People love musicals, some don't. Like, I get over it. I will actually say that her acting surprised me a bit. She did really well, considering that she doesn't have a ton of acting experience and she started out as a singer. So I was pretty impressed by how she acted in this movie. Most definitely. Even my sister Anna, I watched it with my family, my dad and my sisters, and she was like, wow, she's playing that part really well, just like the original. She's doing a great job. And I was like, oh, okay. Because I watched Little Mermaid growing up. I probably watched it more times than I should have, like other Disney movies. But that is not my personal favorite. I can never disagree and say that has to be one of the best Disney films ever. And it's phenomenal. The singing, the story, everything about it is is amazing. But that still was never like my favorite. One I like tend to go back to as an adult. So I never had that like hardcore love for the original like others do, and that's okay. That gave me a better perspective where I wasn't comparing and contrasting every little detail and just trying to pick out like little things and complain about it or lack thereof, maybe things that they didn't have, and like, oh, well, that's great. There was some, I haven't watched it in several years. My sisters knew every song and every word with these songs from the original movie. They had a few new ones in there. So on my end is probably a bit more fair when it just came to watching a movie and enjoying it for what it is. So with me taking the musical part out of it, because I don't like musicals in general, I will make an exception for Halle Bailey. Yes, ma'am. Overall, I would give it a 4 out of 5. I actually loved it. Outside of that and a few other things that was like, bruh, I loved it. I love the film. It was not bad at all. Not perfect by any means, but very well done. Someone that maybe loves the original and can pinpoint specifics, they may completely disagree. But if I'm just going to rate it based off of the movie experience for what it was, and that's it, it was a great experience. Awkwafina. I love Awkwafina. She is hilarious. She did a great job as Scuttle. Even Sebastian's character, the voice actor for him did a great job too. And Flounder as well. I like that they, sounded close to the original, but still kept it their own. They didn't try to mimic it completely. I really respect that. Same with Holly. She didn't just stick 100% to the original. She still made it a part of her own voice, which you should do whenever you take on a role. Because if you do the same exact thing, people are going to complain about that anyway. So you got to just pick your battles. And Melissa McCarthy, I was nervous at first. I was excited but nervous when I found she was going to be Ursula. I also love Melissa McCarthy. One of my favorite comedy movies is The Heat. I actually have that on DVD. I watched that so many times. She did a great job. She killed this role as Ursula. The musical numbers, she did good as well. I didn't even know she could sing like that. She's not Holly, but she did pretty well. And I won't give any spoilers, but there was 2 scenes specifically with Ursula in it, and I was just kind of blown away with how the visual effects were with it. And the word I would use for one of the scenes was phenomenal. I may have mentioned it before, they had some original songs in this movie, not from the original classic, but they had some new songs in this film that were not in the classic. I was okay with most of them but one. It was one I was like, yeah, they probably shouldn't have put that one in there. I don't think they needed to add that one. They should have omitted that. And the cast is very diverse. I really like that. And it wasn't something that they made like a big deal out of. And I will say the CGI effects. That was the thing I was most concerned about, especially being underwater. That is very difficult. Overall, I'll say the CGI was pretty great considering what they were working with and the technology we have today. Whew. Had to drink some water. Where Ariel is. If she was a mermaid, she was in the water. You should drink it too. I don't know if you should drink that particular type of water, but the water that we can consume now, drink that. And I will say, compared to the live action remakes like Lion King, Aladdin, Mulan, Maleficent, Beauty and the Beast, I watched all of them, and I will have to say, Maleficent, I like that one a lot, so that may be the next one. But if I'm gonna look at remake of just the original in its entirety, Little Mermaid is the top one for me. The live actions are not my favorites, but if I'm gonna compare what I just saw to those, I did love it. Part of it is, a big part is Halle Bailey. Awkwafina too. I love both of them, and they were in this film, and they did a great job. I had a great time. I love Melissa McCarthy. She did a great job. So those are my thoughts on the movie. If you've watched it, let me know yours in the comments down below. Hey, if you're not, just so hell-bent on not seeing this, and you want to give it a try, I would. There are some parts in there, like I said, that really stand out, and it's like, oh man, this is... that I feel are big screen worthy. And just Holly's voice is fantastic and incredible. You could not hear her sing in this film and even act, even certain shots, and think she was not right for this role. You cannot deny that when you just see her in action. Some people may not like that, but it is what it is. Alright, so that'll wrap up everything. Like and subscribe if you're new. Peace.